Okay. Today we'll be looking at these little fellas. People have asked me about strike swords before, because everyone usually just wants to take terminators. People do seem to forget, with strike squad marines, you can have 2 base guys for the same cost as 1 base terminator. So you are doubling the amount of force weapons you have on the board. And now we've gone on to 7th edition with the psychic phase. For each squad, you are going to gain a warp charge token, because each squad of Brotherhood Psychers counts as a level 1 Psyker. So you'll be gaining a point for each one. Another reason to take them is also their shooting potential. If you take just a standard 5-man squad, no halberds, just swords, Stormbolters, there are 2 shots each. Okay, so you're out shooting a normal Space Marine. Then if you give Cybolt ammunition, you're shooting Strength 5, AP 5, Assault 2 weapons. You will be out shooting Space Marines. Then, if you really want to, get your 5-man squad, take 1 guy out, and take a free silencer, which is heavy 6 weapon. Even if you're moving up, still heavy 6, fire the 6 shots off, 1 in 6 chance you'll hit one. Or, if you want to go a bit heavier, go for everyone's favourite, taking the Psy Cannon. Or, if you are planning on moving up, take the Incinerator. You've got to remember, you don't always have to also take the halberd itself. It is equally as interesting if you literally just take the standard swords. Then, the upgrades for moving when you get to 10 men, you can throw a lot more specialist weapons in. You can very easily turn it in to a very strong shooting orientated army. But it's not just that, you don't just have to take the standard squad. Let's move on to your heavy support options. Let's take one of my Justicars. There we go, got a Justicar. For heavy support, you can still take Purgation squads, which my standard set for a Purgation squad is 2 silencers and 2 incinerators. This squad, in tournaments at least, which I usually take it in, you vary it up. You've got the heavy potential with the silencers to fire enough shots off with good strength to kill something. Or, if you know you're playing against a horde army, you've got both the incinerators for when they get too close. So remember, that is an AP4 flamer, but it's still an assault weapon. So these few tactics are a good thing to think about with the Strike Marines, as they will end up making up the backbone of your army, unless you are fully devoted to going for a Terminator list, which I've never understood. So I'll quickly show you a comparison. Okay, here's a comparison. Here is a kitted out 10-man strike squad with the silencer and an incinerator. This squad for the 10 men will roughly cost you, I believe, with the incinerator, about 210 points. So not a cheap squad, about 70 points now, more expensive than a standard Space Marine 10-man tactical. Now let's have a look at what the Terminators can bring for this comparison. The Terminators, only 5 of them, so you've got half as many miniatures. Still only all Stormbolters, Don't mind the Brotherhood banner, that was just closest to my desk. Still, only the same storm bolters, same ballistic skill as the normal men, but you're paying double as many points for a 1 better armour save. Everything else they do is mostly the same, apart from all you're getting is the +1 better armour and the +1 attack. Because people always seem to forget. This is going a bit off topic, but halberds are +2 initiative, everyone loves taking them. Simple. But if you are going to take terminators, I would highly suggest taking these swords. Yes, you're not getting the plus initiative, but you are getting a +1 invuln in combat. So mostly your standard terminators in combat have iron halos. Great, I will happily have that. So, ramping up with the comparison in total. This squad, Stormbolters, will be kicking out 16 shots, plus heavy 6 shots from the silencer and the AP4 incinerator template. Whereas the Terminator squad will be firing exactly the same weapons, exactly the same ballistic skill, but only 10 shots with no special weapons, but they cost twice as much. This is the real thing you need to think about when taking these. Is the game big enough to allow them? That will do it for today. The next video that should be coming up should be the Necron versus Purifier list. So stay tuned for that.